Welcome to PRTV, folks. Hope you enjoy the video. Thanks for joining.
Controversy is brewing in small towns and big cities from coast to coast over a nationwide surveillance network that some say is not only violating Americans' privacy, but also the Constitution. Flock cameras are marketed to police and local officials as a way to track criminals. But following hundreds of reports of police abuse and the cameras leading to mistaken identity, local leaders from coast to coast are pushing back on the camera network, with some even calling for a complete ban. Joining me now, I've got Knox County, Tennessee Mayor and former WWE wrestler Glenn Jacobs. Mayor, good morning to you, sir. Thanks for your time.
Good morning, Marky. Thank you for having me on.
Absolutely. You've got it. I know that you've come out and said this is not about the hardware. It's not about one or two cameras, but about data retention and access policy. Just for starters, what's keeping you up at night about all this, sir?
Sure. If I could set the record straight just real quick, I did not pause the program. I cannot. That was the sheriff's decision, and I appreciate his cooperation and dialogue on this. But yeah, the issue with these cameras is they're new technology. They're not what we would think of with license plate readers, in that you're looking for a certain car, you're looking for a certain license plate, car passes a camera, it gets a hit, the police knows where that car's at. In this case, they're just collecting data as an active surveillance system, and every car that passes through, the data is collected from that car, license plate, using AI, they make a vehicle fingerprint of the car that includes distinguishing features, make, model, color, bumper stickers, roof racks, all these different things. Yeah. And then it's retained for sometimes 30 days or more, and then in a searchable database, which really turns the whole concept of a license plate reader on its head, in that they're not looking for one specific vehicle or specific vehicles. They're just pulling everything in.
Right.
And the really disturbing aspect is when they're deployed in large numbers, they can and they have been used to track individuals' movements without a warrant. We do not have an expectation of privacy on public streets or in public places, but the government is not supposed to surveil us and spy on us without a warrant.
What are residents throughout your community telling you about this? What's the overarching sense? Is it concern? Is it fear? Confusion? What's the feedback?
I think it is a mix of concern and confusion. This is new technology. One of the issues that I have as well is there's no federal regulatory framework that governs these devices, and the LPR, license plate reader legislation in Tennessee, is from 2014. Obviously, we have seen significant advancements in technology since 2014. So I think a lot of folks think that they're probably just license plate readers and don't realize the capabilities that these particular devices have. And there is a lot of concern of why.
Well, it looks like nobody wants it. A lot of people are tearing them down. And something else.
All of a sudden are these cameras popping up all over the place, especially in rural areas.
Sure. And Mayor, what's your response to police who say, hey, these cameras make our job and surveilling a whole lot easier? What kind of conversations are you having with them?
Sure. We want police to have every tool that they need to be able to do their jobs effectively, but that has to remain within the confines of the Constitution. And when you look at recent Supreme Court cases, in 2018, there was a Supreme Court case, Carpenter versus United States, in which the court ruled that the police could not use historic cell phone location data without a warrant, as well as cases involving geofencing, which basically is when the police say we want all the cell phones that were in a particular area at a particular time.
We want it all.
What they can do is they can say we have a warrant for this cell phone. Was it here at this particular time? But they can't get like blanket information like that. So this can be done, and it can be done within the confines of the Constitution. And that's really what we need to have a discussion about.
Yeah. And speaking of discussion, before I let you go, correct me if I'm wrong, sir, but I'm under the impression that county officials, the sheriff's office, even flock representatives are going to meet sometime this month to talk about everything. If guardrails aren't put in place and regulation is not put in place from state legislature, from Congress, will you call for an outright ban on these instead of just a pause?
That won't be my decision. I'm only in office for another 28 days at this point,
Yeah.
so that won't be my decision. I could tell you that I would, because until those safeguards are in place, until there is a way to use technology like this and ensure the protection of the Fourth Amendment and protection of our citizens' privacy, I would call for a ban. But that's not my decision.
Right. No, that's not your decision. Wonder whose decision it is. Thank you, folks, for joining us. Until we meet again, I hope you have a blessed day, and God bless. Take care, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.